Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to take you guys on a journey over to the Waco Museum in Troy, Ohio. It's snowing outside right now. It's not barnstorming season here in Ohio, so I'm kind of just traveling around, going to different museums and locations in the Dayton area and also different spots when I'm out traveling around with NetJets. Troy is about 30 minutes from here, and the Waco Museum is, they've been there for about 20 years, but the Waco Aircraft Company built all their aircraft there in Troy, Ohio, and they actually started up in Medina and Lorain County area, which is up near Cleveland. But in the early 20s, they moved down here to Troy, and it used to be called Weaver Aircraft Company of Ohio. And eventually they changed the name to Waco. And when you hear all these people talk about Wacos and things like that, you need to correct it. It's Waco. That is one thing that's very important. If you're going to be a barnstormer, one thing you need to pronounce the aircraft that you're going to fly properly. Wacos were built from pretty much in the early 20s. They pretty much met each other. The designers met in 1919. And then they pretty much developed the company in 1920, and then they closed the doors in 47. In between that time, Waco's really kind of famous for, the open cockpit biplanes, but then they built cabin biplanes. The cabin biplanes were luxury, executive type aircraft that you see today. I mean, there's still just a handful of these type of airplanes flying. There's not that many. In World War II, they also built a glider that could hold up to 13 troops. I'm going to travel over there. I want you guys to join. Try to make this vlog very fun and entertaining, and actually some good history here. All right, I just arrived at the Waco Museum in Troy, Ohio, and I'm going to go in here and see what they have to offer. You guys should enjoy. As you can see, it's some pretty cool stuff here in the gift shop. This display in the Waco Museum is the CG-4A troop glider that was designed in World War II. And for what I was reading here, the Waco Aircraft Company designed the aircraft, and it was the most widely used troop glider in World War II. They started building them in May of 1942. It could carry up to 13 people or troops. They were towed by DC-3s. You can see in the picture here, all the gliders are on the left, and all the DC-3s here are towing the gliders. And there's a photo of the DC-3 towing one of the gliders. Here's a rib. Look how large this rib is. This is my hand. It's probably about 7 feet tall. And then one of the volunteers built a mock-up cockpit layout of the glider. And we're going to go in here and watch a short video. This is a 1934 UMF Waco. It was designed for the sportsman pilot. And it was owned by the famous Harold Johnson, that was the FBO manager at Moraine Air Park. He did a lot of air shows in the local area and all over the country, but they called him the Flying Mayor because he was also the mayor of Moraine, and he was one of the biggest parts in keeping General Motors in Dayton, Ohio back in the day. But Harold is known by many people in the Dayton area. He also used to do a Snoopy and a Red Baron air show at Kings Island Amusement Park back when I was a kid. They would do that almost every evening, and Harold flew this for over 45 years. This is a structure of a UPF-7, which is a mid 1930s fuselage or biplane that Waco built here in Troy, Ohio. This is another feature that's cool with a barnstorming airplane right here. That's a footstep so you can get up on top of the aircraft. That's really important. When you're barnstorming, you're out in the middle of a field, you don't have ladders and different things like that, and a lot of times the fuel tanks are on the top of the on the top wing. Here's also a structure of a wing. You can look here. Here's the spar, and here's the ribs. Okay, and the spar is pretty much your lifeline of an aircraft, and this is all spruce, Sitka spruce. They use Sitka spruce because it's very true wood. No knots. You don't want anything like pine with 2x4s or anything like that, because the knots would end up breaking. And also the ribs, you can see they're all hollowed out and different things like that. Keeps it very light, but also keeps a lot of structure. And they attach these with glue. You can see there's little dinky nails here. Those are called they're called brads. But all that is to keep these little plywood gussets attached to the rib as the glue is drying to make shape and to form the rib. It's really not much of a structural piece, or the nails or the brads are not much of a structural part of the rib or the wing whatsoever. We're in the second building of the Waco Museum with Nancy, and also there's Terry. But real quick description, what's going on in the second building here this weekend?
Sure, this weekend we're going to have brick blowout, and we're expecting about 500 people to come through the museum to see these displays of people's examples of fantastic world of flight. And for anybody who comes through on that day during that 5 hours and they donate to the museum in order to be able to vote for these projects, their name is put into a drawing for a classic biplane ride for two in our brand new yellow YMF 5.
And the bricks, you didn't really explain it, but they're Legos.
They are Legos.
This is a
I hope you can show them some of that.
Lego display, and they're all aviation themed.
Sure, we have 46 contestants who have brought in their projects, whether they're different airplanes or hot air balloons or airports. We have an in-flight refueling. We have Orville and Wilbur Wright. And we also have a group that's going to be coming from the Columbus and Kentucky and Cincinnati area that are bringing a huge airport that'll be on display here on Saturday.
All Legos.
All Legos.
All right, this is simulating a magneto. Usually a magneto puts out about 20,000 volts, so you wouldn't want to be touching it.
All the better.
Yeah. It's not the volts, it's the amps. It's 1926 Model 9 Waco with an OX5, but it's beautiful, restored Waco. Here's a 1928 Waco Model 10. This is a travel air size airplane. This kind of was a aircraft that would compete with all the travel airs and any other barnstorming aircraft. You look at the landing gear, it's nice and rugged. Outrigger gear. And then here's a 1929 Waco ATO. Here's another structure of a tapered wing Waco. These are all Hartzell propellers, which are made in Piqua, Ohio. Mr. Hartzell, Robert Hartzell, was inducted to the Aviation Hall of Fame just a year or two ago. I'm standing outside the Waco Museum here, and there is a grass runway here. You can land, come to the museum. They have a lot of different events. They have a Waco fly-in that's, I believe, in September, but you can look up on the website and find that stuff out. I believe the runway is like 2,000 or 2,200 feet long, all grass, very beautiful. There's also the Barnstormer Model Airplane Club here. I'm now in the Waco classroom. Last year I was able to come and help out a few times. We built some rubber band airplanes and different things like that. Worked with about maybe 15 kids. But it's really good for extra activity, after school activity, and gives the kids more hands-on opportunity. And the Waco Museum is very big in that. All right, Terry and I, we have wrapped up the Waco Museum. We've walked through the museum, looked at all the different airplanes, the Legos, the simulator, and also a video with the glider. You guys can come out here at the Waco Museum. You can look them up on the web, give them a call, and I forget exactly the web address, so let's take a look at it here.
Right on one of these handy cards here. The web address is www.wacoairmuseum.org.
What do you think?
This is the home of aviation, and this is just one of those great spots. So come on out to the Waco Museum. You'll love it.
See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks for subscribing. Please feel free to write your comments down below, all that jazz. Let me know what you guys think about some of this stuff, and more subscribers, more videos. I'm having fun, and I look for you in the hayfield somewhere. See ya.